We miss our calls.
Oh, hey everyone. I'm so excited to have our team connect calls back, and so excited to just get back in the rhythm of creating community and growing our teams together. And of course, we have our Wednesday morning call. And that's amazing if you can get on it, but I know a lot of people can't. So we're gonna have this time together too. And I know that we can get a lot accomplished in 30 minutes. So that's kind of our target, unless we have a guest speaker or something, maybe we'd be flexible, but 30 minutes is my goal. And just to create a space to get clear on, what we want, where we're going, and, just support each other on this journey. I wanted to start out with just, so we're coming upon October. It's insane. Like, I can't even believe, you know how it is. The older you get, the faster time flies by. But we're coming upon the last 90 days of 2022. I listened to a training just recently about what can be accomplished in 90 days in this type of business. So that's what we're going to kind of hone in on, is the next 90 days. And I'm determined. I don't know about you, but I am determined to not be in the same place 90 days from now. So if you're with me, let's go. If not, I'm going anyway. But I just want us all to just get really clear on what we need to do moving forward. But just to touch base, where do you want to be 90 days from now? Like, let's start there. Like, what would you, just realistically, what would you envision 90 days from now for your business?
Okay, I'll go. Well, I guess I'm ready for the next, to area. And of course, I would like to promote Robin. That would be huge for me. Yes. And, get a couple more like solid business builders who are, passionate about the business and wanting to, change their lives.
Amazing. So are you saying you want to be a promoted out area manager by December 31st?
Yes, let's say that. That would be great.
I'm marking it down so we can work on it together. Cool. Love it. And that's definitely within reach. Like, that is very realistic.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Robin or Amy?
I guess I would say I want to be a strong area, not one that is not strong. A strong area with 3 people working.
Oh, okay.
I really want to have working consultants, people that are excited and wanting to do the business. Mm-hmm. That is where I would like to be 90 days from now.
Great. Love it.
I'd be happy with 1.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I would love to have 1.
Awesome. I'm writing all this down. Perfect. Yay. So I love that. We're all in the same place. I would love to see our team double, just double. Like, all of us bring on 1 more person, or, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's, and that's realistic. 90 days, that is realistic. So I was listening to, I know I sent it to you guys too, that Richard Brooks training on just like, I think he called it the secret formula. That's the name of the training. And it's so powerful. And I can send it to you again to listen, because it's just so powerful. But the nuts and bolts, the gist of it is, just by asking 1 ask per day for 90 days, that will set you in the top 1% of your company. 1 ask per day. Wow. 1 ask per day. Like, can we do that? Like, it's just hitting me over the head. Like, come on, we can do this. So that's what I would love to track with you guys. Like, get a notepad and let's start tracking. Number 1, what are we, ask. Of course, ultimately we want to ask to take a look at the business, but sometimes, we don't come out of the gate asking for the business. Just just based on our connection with them. Like, for example, I gave, fizz stick and protein samples to a girl at the gym, and I want her in my business, but that's not what I'm asking today. I just asked, following up on the sample, which of course she hadn't used yet. That's so typical. And I sent her more, information about the fizz and this and that, and just said, I'd love to get together and, talking about the weather, whatever. The good news is she was like, oh, it's so good to hear from you, because I haven't been in the gym for a couple of weeks. So that's the good news. I'm like, okay, we'll just keep friendly, but ultimately that sample is going to get to the ask about the business. But for today, it was an ask about, have you tried it? Another ask that I had today was asking a really good friend, dear person in my life. I asked her in the past if she would take a look at Arbonne as a side hustle. She wasn't into it. She's very busy doing what she's doing. That's fine. But I asked her if she knew anyone, and I specifically laid out what I was looking for, someone who's driven, someone who's healthy minded, someone who's entrepreneurial, has an entrepreneurial mindset and wants to, build something alongside whatever they're doing and would like to bring others with them, someone with influence, and I just told her, I highly respect you and I would value, just networking with some of your friends. And I totally respect if it's not for them. I totally respect that. I just am looking to expand my business. So I just put it out there, but it's an ask. I'm going to track this, and put it in my notebook, what I'm asking for. So the ask could be, obviously to take a look at the business. It could be to try a sample. It could be to meet up. It could be to invite them to an event you're having. It could be to jump on the Discover Arbonne, which is every Thursday night. It could be to watch a video. It could be whatever it is, a coffee appointment, anything, but just like getting in that rhythm, because I think, I've pondered and analyzed a lot about myself and what's holding me back. And I think so many people, it's just like we get paralyzed because we think we have to do all these big things.
Mhm.
But it's really one small thing at a time. You know what I mean? One small thing will get you to the big things. And it reminds me, do you remember, Amy, the Keith Kochner training where he would say little step, little step,
Yes.
little step,
Yes.
little step, little step, little step, little step, big opportunity, little
Yes.
step, little step, little step. And it just, that's the way it is. It's like all the little things add up. So one ask per day for 90 days. And of course we can do more than that. but I think back, and Amy knows this, like we had this surge of millennials come into Arbonne, when Peyton Mott joined Arbonne. That was like the beginning of this whole like floodgates opened up for the millennial generation. Thank God, because that's like insurance that Arbonne is going to last, another 42 years. So I love the millennials. They're so inspiring. But they were easily messaging 40 to 100 people a day.
Do you remember that one call?
It was
Or
like,
one,
I mean, hello, raise the standards here. Thanks, ladies. You just, again, kicked us all in the pants. But what were you saying, Amy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but do you
Yeah,
remember?
that's okay.
And yeah, maybe you were on there too. It was a skills call.
Mhm.
And there was some consultant, I had never heard of her before. I cannot remember her name. And she was doing like 100
Yeah.
asks. I was like, okay.
100 ask in a what, in a month?
In a day.
I think it was a day. I think it was a
Okay.
day. And I was like, what?
Going out talking
Right?
to strangers.
And
But-
I want to hone it in. Like,
Yeah.
that's definitely
You
possible.
telemarketer? Like, did you
That's
make cold
definitely
calls?
possible, but we also we don't want to come across as a crazy,
No.
spastic, annoying, whatever. We want to represent well, and this is about creating relationships and, obviously giving compliments and just calling out greatness in people. And honestly, that's like one of my favorite things to do anyway, is just to notice someone's greatness, whatever they're doing, just to call it out, because I think, everyone needs more of that in their life, just to be seen, you know, and appreciated, and feel like they're understood and stuff. So anyway, that's the easy part. Like we can just call out greatness all the time, but then to say, you know, I don't know, I know this is out of the blue, and I understand whatever you're striving for, this or that. I don't know if this is something that would fit into your life, but it would definitely be worth a conversation. Someone like you is someone I would just love to take a look at Arbonne and give it a review. If it's not for you, I totally respect, but you know what I mean? It's worth a conversation. And either way, you know, it'd be so fun to get together, whatever. What do you think? And so I loved, you know, the last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, on the Wednesday morning, Tara Brandsma was going through some asks, you know, the way that she is texting and asking people to take a look or inviting them to an event or whatever. It's always starting with a compliment and what you see in them that, you know, that really stands out. And so it is, you're a person of influence. You're always positive. You're, you know, you're someone who has such a strong work ethic. You're someone I admire greatly, you know, whatever, but just calling it out. And I think that's like the natural first step to an ask. And then, you know, whatever you're feeling. I mean, if you hesitate because it feels weird, then it's probably too strong of an ask. So maybe take it down to a small, you know what I mean? Like, because even me, like the girl from the gym is named Marie. Today, when I was texting her, I was like, I just wanted to jump and ask her about the business, but I'm like, it just feels like I don't know her that well. So I just need to like ask about the most natural thing, the samples I gave her. So we'll start there. Like, hold your horses, Tammy. It's better to just, you know, build that trust. Right. And people want to do business with people they know, like, and trust, not weird, pushy, you know what I mean? All the things we don't want to be. So if you're having that hesitation, just dial it back a little bit, and I think it'll feel better to you. Again, and it could just be sending out a compliment and seeing who you know answers back or something, and then, you know, invite them to something at your house. I also wanted to put out in gearing up, so all of us, I think, have the same goal, and that is to bring in, you know, another business builder or more, whatever. So again, in Arbonne, we get real excited about orders and numbers and all of that. And it's very exciting to get an order. However, the best part of Arbonne is this business. The best thing we could do is introduce the business. And so just to, you know, get so excited about, again, talking about this business and knowing that that's really the ultimate goal here. And so I want to put this out there, even to finish out this month. Our last day of the month is Friday. Even to put it out there as the main goal, maybe in the next week until our next, you know, Monday Zoom, which is our nation call. Next week it's, you know, with Carol and Max and everybody. It's the same time, so we'll just keep it, you know, Mondays at 8. But maybe within the next week, let's all figure out, you know, and I was writing my list too, like my dream team, you know, the people that I would just, like the best people in my life that I would love to, you know, talk to you about this business, and let's figure out a way to get a hold of them, whether that be on Zoom, or we can, you know, work out how you want to, you know, message them or call them or whatever, but let's figure this out, how to ask these people to join our business, and you know, name out the top 10. If you could only sponsor 10 people ever, who are your top 10? And again, people of influence, personal trainers, hairdressers, you know, they already are in front of a lot of people, but it's anyone in your life who you look up to and admire, and, you know, maybe you're nervous, but let's work it out. Let's do it. Let's attack our dream team list, and you know, make that a goal to do some dream team calls or Zooms, or just figure out a way to connect with them. And we can send them a video, we could, whatever we need to do, but, you know, we'll work it out. Because I know sometimes an ask, you can't just blanket one message fits all. You got to kind of cater it to exactly that specific person. The other thing that, I see in Arbonne, is just finding a way. Again, I think we're all on the same page. We want to grow. So if we're not sponsoring, we're not growing. Like if we're not bringing people into the business and, into the products, we're not growing. So, what's the point? So the best thing we can do is sponsor. Again, by asking, that's what we're in control of. We don't know what the response is going to be, and it's okay. We respect whatever the response is, because maybe it's no, never. I will never, ever, ever do this, Tammy. And then next month, things will happen in their life and they'll be like, hey, wait, now I'm open. So it doesn't even matter. Whatever they say, I don't care. But we're in control of the ask, right? So we're also in control of our calendar. And this is the stuff you can feel empowered about is, the ask and then, booking your own things. So to me, what worked so well for me to grow to region was because I was busy. I had 2 other jobs, and so I carved out Tuesdays. Tuesday evening was my time to invite people to my house because it was just easier than like trying to ask and, someone else to host. And then it was like a whole thing. It felt like at the time, and it was just easier because I had a really busy schedule to just do it at my house. It was easy to invite people. If you can't come this Tuesday, I'm doing it again, whatever. Yes, Tuesdays with Tammy. So just making that the rhythm of Arbonne, because that's what Cecilia talked about today too, on the VP call, is just, everybody needs to get back to 6 for success, 6 events per month, for success. And that's like as old as time, that's been the formula. For me, it worked well to do an event weekly at my house, because that's 4 that I have control over. And then I would ask, other people to host, but the ideal situation is to be doing launches, launching a new business builder with 2 events, or, whatever you can do. I remember Peyton again talking about that when she first started her business, how all of her events were launches. Like she didn't do anything but launches. I'm like, well, now that would be the most ideal for sure. She filled her calendar launching people, but just until we're at that point, you can book your own, either virtual or in person. In person works, though, it really does. So if you can carve that out, and then doing the asks, just get into the habit of the ask. And I remember Mo Boger, she's another ENVP in Arbonne. She had like piles, the asks for the business, the ask to invite to an event, the ask to host, the ask to try to sample, whatever. She kind of sorted people that way. I'm just making a list, and then whatever feels most natural, I'm going to go for that. But however you want to do it, it's just getting in the rhythm of an ask a day, at least bare minimum. And then too, something that has really been on my heart is creating community, because again, I feel like now more than ever, I think people have always wanted to belong and feel a part of something, but now more than ever, it's like people are really craving community. And so if you're struggling to, figure out a way to connect with people authentically, what if you started a whatever works for you, a cooking club, a book club, a ladies get together, a neighborhood social, blah, 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 whatever it is that feels authentic to you, just to create community. And again, build relationships. It doesn't have to be, the primary thing doesn't have to be Arbonne. It's just connecting with people who are like you, and have the same interests and values and stuff. So anyway, that I'm just trying to do some memory joggers and, give some insights. That's what works so well with like networking groups and stuff. It's just people with the same common values and again, being able to talk about what is meaningful to you. And, that was, again, another really important piece of advice in business is you don't have to talk about your business. You just talk about what you believe in. I believe in cruelty-free, beauty, like that stuff makes me insane, to think that we have to torture animals in the name of beauty. That doesn't make any sense when you can do something else, and pick a different option that's better, or toxin-free beauty or whatever. I believe in B corporations that are completely transparent, because I tell you what, we're lied to right, left, and center. And so that, again, that infuriates me. Like, why can't we just have all the information? Why do we have to constantly like try to, sift through what's the truth? And so these are things that I believe in. So if you think about that, that's really what our posts need to be too, and how our messaging needs to be. If you're a person who values healthy, safe ingredients, if you're a person who's looking for more flexibility in your life, if you're someone who, whatever, wants more time with your kids or wants more, more financial flexibility, all of those things, or who's looking for a healthier lifestyle, who wants more energy, if you're a person, you know what I mean? Because you're looking for someone who has the same beliefs, values as you. So just, think about that, like as you're creating community. And I tell you what, I know I've talked to you about this before, but I started a Facebook group for other women who are going through breast reconstruction for breast cancer and breast implant illness and stuff. And I tell you what, it has been the greatest blessing, first of all, to, it's been so therapeutic for all of us to have each other to talk to. But it's also been a great source of talking about our bond, because again, these are all people who share my same values. They've been inundated with toxins and they want to know how to detox and stuff. So, I mean, that's just been such a powerful, again, community that kind of, it like has taken on a life of its own, but we all just like love each other and, trust each other. And it's a great place. We're all like, some people, one of the ladies had just put in an Arbonne order last week. And so she posted a picture of all her products and she's giving updates on how she loves them all. So that's not even me talking. It's she's talking, you know what I mean? It's like, it's so cool how it's all working. So just creating community, because I think, again, we get all stressed about who do we talk to? How do we do this? It's just stay where you're excited and happy and doing things you enjoy and you're living in your purpose. And you know what I mean? That's where you have this amazing energy about you. So it's not like you have to be a different person. It's just do what you love and create community around that. And again, you're going to attract the people that are loving the same things and value what you value. Lastly, I just want to point out, and then I wanted to say something that Cecilia said too. Lastly, I wanted to point out, we have the stolenation.com website to refer to. Everything's updated. Carol gave the blessing, like, yeah, just go to that for all our resources. The presentations are updated, the close sheets, the new product gift list, free product gift list is updated. Everything is in there. Plus there's calls, you could send out, recorded Discover Arbonnes or recorded Healthy Livings, to help people take a look. Again, and that's what a lot of these millennials did. They just sent out these videos and asked people to watch them. And then they got on a call, with their upline to kind of close the deal and see where, are you interested in the products or the business? Let's go, so that's kind of how they worked. So anyway, stolenation.com, and the password is opportunity. So there's that. I just want to leave you with that. And then Cecilia on the call today, she said, in business, we will all go through dips. And she gave 3 keys to get through the dip. And again, I feel like it's kind of like relationships. Like a new relationship, when people are all excited, it's like, okay, talk to me after your first argument. You know what I mean? Like, it's not real until you've had an argument, you've gone through some stuff. So same in our bond, you know, we're going to go through some stuff, and it is what it is. So number one, be faithful in the little things so that you can be entrusted with more. And she said, would you guys be ready today, based on your activity over the last 3 weeks in September, would you be ready to be a 6-wide MVP today? And it's like, oh, okay, there's a little check. Check in. All right. Thank you, Cecilia. So yeah, be faithful in the little things. Again, little things add up to big opportunities. 1 ask a day. Let's track it. And it'll be fun to track too, you know, what came out of what, you know what I mean? It'll be so fun. So I'm excited to do this. And then number 2, eliminate distractions from your life and your team. A confused mind says no. Simple duplicates. Repetition of the mundane duplicates. And that's what we're about. And then she referred to the 6 group events a month. Try to launch someone every month. You can have someone in call and then launch someone else the next month. While the first one's promoting, the second one can be in qual. Of course, that's like the ideal, but we just have to get our pipeline full by talking to lots of people. So she said, just no drama, no new systems, just keep it simple, keep your eye, you know, keep your eye on what you know to do, and lean into the mundane, right? The mundane duplicates. And then she said, number 3, lean into the hard. She said, the harder something is, the bigger the reward. And the only people who deserve to be at the top are the ones who push through the dip, who push through the hard. And so, love that. I mean, here we are. It's super simple tonight, but I feel excited. Like, this is kind of the thing, you know, the thing that we can have control over. It's trackable, and we can do this together. And so 90 ask in 90 days, keep track. Also, let's make your 10-person dream team list, and let's all be in contact on how to connect with them before next Monday. Does that sound good?
Mhm.
All right. Woo! Let's do this. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording, but I have one more thing to tell you. Let's see here.